Hi everyone, how are you doing? We are again extending you cordial welcome in our classroom. Students, in this lecture we are going to learn about generally accepted accounting principles, or you may just call them accounting principles. These accounting principles are foundation stone of accountancy profession. If you want to be a professional accountant, be that a chartered accountant, post and work accountant, or any other kind of professional accountant, you must have abstract as well as concrete understanding of these accounting principles. As you have learned, accounting as a process of recording, classifying, summarizing business transactions and events which are of financial character, and interpreting and reporting the result of these transactions to all those which are having stake or interest in the operations of business entity. As we all know, this meaning has cleared us the nature of accounting. It means accounting is an information system, or it is the language of business which is used by management to provide objective, relevant and visible information to all the stakeholders, be they are concentrated within a specific geographical region or scattered over vast geographical area crossing the borders of nations. As the number of shareholders and reach of business enterprises has increased considerably, it has become necessary to bring in uniformity and consistency in financial statements in order to make them easy to understand and more reliable. That is why we need to have a set of those generally accepted accounting principles which can be followed by all types of business entity, by all accounting professionals, to make financial statement easy to understand, easy to compare, consistent and more reliable and feasible. That is why we have decided to learn about these accounting principles, their uses, their purpose, need, nature, different kind of accounting principles, how they are differentiated, and their practical implementation while we are providing treatment to different items in the accounting records. So here let me tell you about the definition as per the Security and Exchange Commission of United States of America. They said accounting principles are a collection of commonly used and followed accounting rules and procedures for the purpose of financial reporting of the company. It means they have found accounting principles more relevant for the corporate form of business organization or a company form of business organization, but practically their scope has increased considerably when it was defined by the Security Exchange Commission of United States of America. Today we can say that generally accepted accounting principles are journal guidelines which are used in recording and reporting of financial statements. Understand meaning? They are journal guidelines. Journal guidelines means they are not laws which must be followed by each and every accountant while they are practically executing their work. It means there is scope of rational that you can find. If you want to change some accounting principle, you can change. If you find an accounting principle less relevant, you can even skip to follow it. They are used while recording, classifying, summarizing or reporting the effect of business transactions to the users of accounting information, and they are followed by all accounting principles while preparing their financial statement. If we want to have their abstract understanding, we must understand the nature of these accounting principles. As I have mentioned here, you will also find these natures in your book itself: universal acceptance, man-made, general guidelines and flexibility. Universal acceptance means they are not only recognized as useful but accepted and followed by accountants across the world while they are drafting their final accounts or performing accounting work. In order to be universally accepted, an accounting principle has to have three features. Very first, it must be reliable, then it must be objective, and third, it must be feasible for all types of business entity. What do we mean by reliability? Reliability means it must provide classified information relevant to each type of the users of accounting information. It is not possible for a single accounting principle to provide information to all the useful or all the users of accounting information. Rather, we are having a set of accounting principles which provide classified information to every types of the user of accounting information. What do we mean by objectivity? Objectivity stands for less scope of personal judgment. It means we must not prescribe 4, 5, 6 methods under a single accounting principle. then we will create a scope of personal bias. Third thing is about feasibility. It means they must not be so uneconomical and complex as small organizations cannot adopt them. They must be feasible for each type of organization, be it the sole tradership or multinational company. So if these three features are imbibed in the accounting principles, we can call them, they may have universal acceptance. Second feature is that they are man-made. It means they have been evolved out of the decades of experience of accountants, regions, logic, statement that are given by accounting professional bodies, government agencies, and as a result of historical precedents that have happened and made us to follow the set of prescribed accounting standards. That is why we can call them, they are man-made. The third feature is that they are general guidelines. As I have told you earlier, that they are not a must. It means they are not in the form of legislation that every principle is to be followed by every accountant in every country, in every type of business organization. No, there is nothing like that. They are general guidelines which provide direction to the behavior of accountants and accounting professionals while they are performing their job. That means while they are creating accounts, they are preparing final accounts and communicating the result to the users of accounting information. If they find some accounting principles more relevant for the type of business entity they are operating in, they can use them and they can skip the others. It means there is enough scope of flexibility. Then we are talking about the last feature, which is flexibility itself. What do we mean by flexibility? That these accounting principles are born to change as the business practices changes, government policies changes, and need of accounting users changes or accounting information users changes. I'm sure that now you are clear with all these features of generally accepted accounting principles. Now here we need to answer a question. Why we need to have a set of generally accepted accounting principles? Simply it is said in your book that in order to have uniformity and consistency, we need to have a set of accounting principles, but make it more realistic. In order to make our financial statement more meaningful, we need to provide qualitative information along with them besides quantitative information that is contained in the financial statement. It means we need to provide additional information, whether it is in form of explanatory notes, reports of board of directors and auditors, which will make users of accounting information to make more informed decisions and more realistic decision. Second thing, if we want to make them reliable or we want to increase their reliability, we need to have consistency in accounting policies which are to be followed by us year after year. We must not change every year the method of depreciation, method of valuation of stock or estimated useful life of our fixed assets. In that case, yes, sense of doubt will arise in the mind of users of accounting information. If we want to make them easy to understand, we need to have common format across the world or even across the different states in a particular country. Then accountant need not to learn multiple format, multiple method, multiple rules. Single set of rules will facilitate understanding of accounts maintained by multinational company and even accounts maintained by their domestic companies itself. So I'm sure that you are clear with these things, and if you also want them feasible, if you want to make them feasible, you need to conduct experiment. You need to seek the approval of not only accountant but also accounting professional bodies operate across the world. In our country, we are also having some accounting professional bodies like National Advisory Committee on Accounting Standards. We are having Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, Institute of Company Secretary of India, Institute of Cost and Work Accountant of India. Even we are having National Financial Reporting Authority established under Companies Act 2013. Here you also understand that these accounting principles are grouped into two categories called conventions and concepts. What do we mean by concept and conventions? This is really very good matter to be learned. Concept means those assumptions which are followed by all the accountants having universal acceptance while they are recording, classifying, summarizing or reporting the effect of business transactions. These concepts are those principles which are having legal acceptance. There is minimum or no scope of personal judgment, as well as they are having uniform adaptability by all types of organizations and in all countries. But if we are talking about conventions, they are traditional or customary guidelines which are to be followed by accountant. In different countries there are different kind of traditions while they are preparing financial statement. There is no legal acceptance. there is enough scope for personal bias or personal judgment and no uniform adaptability. This is the basic difference between the set of principles called convention and the set of principles called concept. In this lecture, we have learned need, meaning, definition, nature and difference between accounting concept and convention. In our next lecture, we are going to learn about accounting concept and accounting conventions in their very detail, as well as difference between these two set of principles in a comprehensive and realistic manner with the suitable examples. So if you have learned everything that we tried or attempted to teach you, you should not only subscribe but like and share this video with your classmates. Dear students, it is again and again requested to you, please be on your studies, stay safe, stay home. See you next time. Till then, have a good time. Goodbye.